experience, ultimate healing. Rafaela back for Blacklist.
And you even throw back to the Bruno. And tell me the old king would not want to play the Alpha. Is that not the only remaining utility jungler in this current metagame?
Yeah. So
what is going on?
So Blacklist really sticking to their roots, especially since Bonchan is still there as their head coach, really doing wonders for them. So right now, can we expect the same result as to what happened for Blacklist? A strong start for Omega, then Blacklist suddenly turn things around by the 3-4 minute mark?
You know what, I can't give you an answer just yet because I also do not understand what's going on with Smart Omega. Yes, in the regular season, they brought out some of the crazier picks, like the aforementioned Belleric, the Gatot, which is now a, real thing, and not to mention the Carmilla. But the early Eve, right? It seems like we're throwing back to a hero that's worked overseas, but not in the Philippines, not as much, not as often. I can name like one dude who won in MPL Philippines with it. Wait, what's James go low?
Oh, Ryota goes in, MP the king. Okay, with Fear of Alpha, is he going to be able to out-sustain? MP even used the Retribution, but on the other hand, off-cam kill will go to Andoryu first, a trade onto Haji. And as you were saying, I think the point... wait, Andoryu goes in after Lord JM. Okay, he has no Revitalize anymore. Ring of Punishment, but Ukir, the one we were talking about, the Eve, will get the kill.
All right, I was going to say, Super Friends won with the Eve.
Yeah.
But hey, who am I to put down Ukir? Let me put this away just a bit. I was about to go on a tirade against the Eve. But right now, with the turtle spawning in the upper quarter and that being a lane that Ryota is okay actually just losing and dying for, means this is what he was going to do compared to what he did in Game 1. In Game 1, he was supposed to be in the forefront.
It was the
in
catch.
Game 1, he was the catch, he was the finisher, he was the setter. Here, he's more of a spoiler. And I think given the whole Ube situation that Black is running with, this pace is so much better for Omega.
Yeah.
All right, folks, I hope you guys understand this is a new Blacklist. It might be Ube, but they're so good at teamfighting, they're so aggressive. And that's why this first turtle, as soon as Omega did not get that first initiation on it, they understood, yeah, we can't fight Blacklist on that. Not like this.
On the other hand, though, look at it. Andoryu solo! What? Oheb!
How?
Solo kills the Curly Nightmare!
Didn't even get to hit the Tempest of Blade. What was that?
Catching Andoryu off guard as Chakna goes in. But look at the counter-attack from Blacklist, ready to save their Filipino sniper. Turn that initiation to their advantage. That was 2 kills for Oheb. It caught Andoryu off guard. I wasn't sure why he went down.
Call it a series of unfortunate and confusing events.
Yeah, confusing. Unfortunately, we didn't see it fast enough because that's how fast Oheb delivered the final blow to Andoryu. So the answer to my question earlier was, okay, Blacklist, this is a different start. Blacklist is dominating the early game right away.
Yeah, no doubt. Blacklist up by about 600 gold. You'll see that a good chunk of it, it's in the gold lane. There's about 300, 400 between Oheb and Big J, given that sudden kill on... You know what? Part of me is glad we didn't see what happened.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't accept what happened.
But the thing is,
That's
I want an explanation on what happened. I wanted to see, but again, that was a Ling, very mobile. And you mentioned it even. There was, the Tempest of Blades was available.
Yeah. So, you know what? Some things like crop circles, you just accept. You know, like, let's not.
There are a lot of theories, but you just gotta accept it. Haji goes in with the Crimson Beacon, forcing Ukir to go for that flicker. Out here comes the real world manipulation as Chaknu will be catched by the Lantern Flare. Flickers out, he's gonna escape, but here comes Lord JM with the Glorious Pathway. Gonna work on Andoryu here, as Andoryu will still be able to get this purple buff. But right now, you can see Omega can't handle Blacklist blow for blow.
Well played. Blacks International using, nice check by MP. Using their innate mobility. Again, it's all about mobility for Blacklist. Now Ryota checks in with a bush that had MP in it. Another turtle for Blacklist. They're using all the purifies, all of the movement speed boosts, and their early power spikes to just run through Omega. Like this square, this box that Ukir's putting up, Blacklist not respecting it at all.
Yeah, they don't care. Especially since Lord JM is there with the Glorious Pathway. So it effectively just cancels out the RWM that Ukir can place. And at the same time, Haji has been performing well with the Zushin. The KDA machine, we haven't been highlighting him that much, but look at how Chakno is performing so far. He's having a hard time trying to go for those initiations because of the threat of the Lantern Flare from Haji.
Even with or without a Purify. The Purify is just an extra layer that Blacklist can use aggressively. Now they're 2,000 gold ahead. All turtles over to the agents. And not a single thing taken by Omega. Sure, Andorio was taking some shields up top, but wait, oh no, he's in trouble. This is bad.
Oh, this is 3 agents going after Andorio. MP the King tries to cut them off. Andorio manages to escape, uses the Retribution. Fear of Alpha will be used, but Tempest of Blades as well just to escape. A lot of ultimates has been casted, but fortunately for the Barangay, Andorio is safe.
I mean, you count your blessings,
but
it's still bad because look, Blacklist is just running amok. And all right, I understand why. It was a long-haul plan for Blacklist. You see how they went coast to coast, top all the way down the river to try and defend from Jome. But all right, for once, Smart Omega in this series gets something that they want for free.
Finally, finally. No casualties, no trades. But I do like to commend what Perkz has been doing. Prior to the Andorio chase, Perkz actually used the Holy Baptism just to check a bush where Chakno was actually in. So those kinds of small things that these pro players are doing enables Blacklist to just really be confident enough and make sure that no initiations can be used by Omega as they try to work on Ryota right now. Just look at the damage as early as now coming in from Bruno, from Ohim.
It's a lethal Ube. And now, emotional damage set in by Lord JM. I'm sure someone saw that. Ukir must have seen it from the corner of his map. And that's going to be a 100% turtle take rate. I'm pretty sure. Andorio, he's hoping.
He's trying to...
Here we go. What?
Scene, but Andorio's hopes will come true as he gets a Retribution steal. Now the counterattack of Blacklist, they are mad. They want to go for a trade, and it looks like Chakno is going to be their next target. But Ryota, Ukir, and the rest of the Barangay are here to do the counterattack. Finally, kill coming in from Jome as Chakno will also fall down in exchange for MP, Perkz, and Oheb, and they're not even done as Ryota manages to escape. A 3-for-1 trade plus the turtle for the Barangay.
A slow build-up in a crescendo of violence cascading into a 3-for-1 trade. Smart Omega were patient for a good minute up until that moment. You know what? It's the non-0% that Andorio was going to steal it, but I think the shielding and the extra damage on the Ling was just enough to swing back the momentum into Omega's hands. Look at that. Top lane, mid lane, the turtle, and now 500 gold over to the green and blue.
Yeah, this is where Omega has been commended all throughout the season. Their macro mechanics, even when they're behind, they know how to make things work. They know how to manage the economy. Andorio has been doing a very good job, and I'd just like to say that he's my most improved player of the season. That's for me. That's for me.
I'll allow it. The Alamat Awards being crowned later on this week. Checking the map right now. Lower quarter is where the Lord will spawn, and I'm talking about the actual Lord, although Lord JM is camping. So far, that's a stark difference, right? Lord JM always first to the scene. Ryota will be answering. Ryota will be like, all right, if I'm going, everybody's going. And for the first time in a while, that's a Molten Essence.
Okay. Okay, so they work on the turret down bottom just to manage the trade, but Andorio again, just look at this. Maximizing the time Omega has been giving him.
He's playing the map. This is something you could not have done in game 1. And he's making up for lost time. Clear, clean push. Top lane tier 2.
He's making up for what happened a while ago.
I almost forgot. You had to remind me. And now the Lord. They're taking it at about half health. And there's a big choke slam.
Okay, you know that this is what Ryota is going to do. Just really try and zone out the members of the agents. And now they're forced to look for a trade. Even Empty King goes in after Chakno. And look at Ryota just with the ultimate onto Perkz. He's going to fall down. But for the price of the Lord.
You know what? That's a worthy trade. And Omega lost no tempo on the map. They still have a wave up top, a wave down bottom. They're going to lose a tier 1.
Oh, they want to go for the clash as Joe picks up a kill. And a shutdown coming in from Haji. A 2-for-1 trade. Blacklist answers right back with 2 kills for their own, as Omega still has the luxury of having a first Lord on top.
This mobile hospital draft by Blacklist, able to take kills underneath turrets. I mean, Big J was timing out the brilliance. If that was up, for sure he would have survived. But wait, look at this Grand Theft Orange Andoryu serving it up to Chaknu. Pretty sure Andoryu's going to take it. Amazing work, 1 star.
Okay, they're just really returning the favor of what Blacklist has been doing for the past 2 games, even the start of this game, as Blacklist makes quick work of this board. Again, Omega putting a lot of pressure onto the opposing lane. They're going to get another turret.
I'm sure with pleasure.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time in, what, a collective 20-30 minutes that they're able to play.
Yeah.
Game 1, sure, they got the first 2 minutes, but from there on, Blacklist kept the chokehold.
Yeah, and we've exceeded the time of game number 1. It was 10:30.
Already.
A fast game for the Aegis, but right now, Omega, looking at the statistics, looking at the goal difference rather, we can see that Blacklist, in terms of gold lane, OEB's ahead.
Yeah, but look at Andoryu now.
2K.
About 2K ahead. That's so important, given that MP the King, despite playing a solid role in game 1, now is playing the same role, but something tells me he should have stepped on the clutch. Something tells me here he should have been a little more aggressive, laid down on the main advantage that you have as an alpha against a lane, because sure, one of the main strengths of an alpha is his ult, right? And it's low cooldown. You're able to close the gap, and you're able to get into places where other junglers couldn't have with the same amount of frequency. That, and of course, the true damage burst. Our analysts at the Infinite Safe Tabayan covered this earlier on in the post-match breakdown. But now, even against Assassins, even against Andoryu, if he can somehow find Andoryu, that might be a good matchup. But so far, he's only played the Ube. He's only been walking along with the mobile hospital.
How are you going to find Andoryu when, for some reason, he just keeps managing to find something?
That's the paradox.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, Blacklist problems just keep adding and adding. And at the same time, I do like to say that Lord JM is not that activated compared to game number 1 because specifically of the high loss. Whenever he uses the high loss, it seems like it limits his micro skills.
That's right.
Unlike when we see him use the Arlot, the Vendettas.
Which is interesting because you can see now in real time the code switching, the mental clutch that Lord JM has to play. That from game 1, he really was calling the shots. Although that was a tanky Benedetta, there was a lot of mechanics involved. Here, he's a high-loss. He's an initiator. Now, Lord standing. Look at him from the back!
A 3-man knockoff from Chaknu, paired up with the real move manipulation coming in from Ukir. Andoryu goes in. Perks will fall down. Kevin Blade is there. Yota quite dangerous. But they're bursting down every single agent in exchange, but they're countering it. Blacklist answers with 3 kills of their own. Lord JM MP is left. For Black and Omega, it's Ryota and Ukir.
What a bloody exchange! The Lord Pit, a mass grave. 3 from Omega, 3 from Blacklist. Although MP is standing, he is a retribution holder, he's not as confident. Look at Lord JM!
Oh, stun onto Ukir. Will he be able to escape the Stone Order? The Ring of Punishment
Ukir!
might just be enough to burst down Ukir as MP the King trying to solo kill the Lord here.
Andoryu's not gonna make it. A Lord scored by Blacklist!
A huge turnaround for this game. That clash started off with a beautiful conceal from Chaknu from the backline, catching 3, plus real-world manipulation from Ukir. But again, the Ube strat, the sustain, the heals from Perks, the revitalize from Blacklist was more than enough for them to recharge and get 3 kills of their own.
Not all trades are made equal. The 2 remaining for Black at that moment was more valuable than those remaining for Omega, which allowed for them to get the kill, to get the zone out, to get the Lord. And now there's an enhanced one marching up top, and there's one recalling in mid.
Okay.
Lord JM, the clutch gene in this young man.
I just literally said that this Hylos pick is limiting his micro skills. I stand corrected. I'm literally standing right now. Lord JM, you continue to amaze me each and every time.
You don't say that to Lord JM. He was programmed to win, and now he's gonna break the code. Whoa!
Going even 1v1 up against Andoryu, trying to prevent him to go for the split push. And now Omega has to deal with his enhanced Lord up top.
Here we go. Can Omega defend? They have less than ideal wave clear. Look at Andoryu in the back, forcing Haji to respond. Buy-in. So much needed time for his team to take down that Lord. The map is blue, Ingan. There's just 1 turret left for Smart Omega in the bottom lane. Well, same is true for Blacklist, but suddenly a momentum shift at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This is worse. I would rather have these trades these back and forths in early because Smart Omega, they have to find another way to kill Oheb.
Yeah.
I think that was the mistake that led them to that bad exchange. Oheb survived for too long.
Plus the Purify, the presence of the Purify, even if Chaknu continues to find good, Jeet Kune Do, not even just the Way of the Dragon, Jeet Kune Do, the Way of the Dragon really needs to connect onto the proper target. Yeah. This time it's Oheb. Because once Oheb is out of the picture, where are you going to expect the damage coming from Blacklist?
Yep. I mean, sure, it could come from MP the King, but that's...
But he's kind of a utility now.
That's DOT. It's damage over time, and it's more of a punish when you get hurt by an Alpha. But the Oheb, the Bruno, like that's what really hurts. So that's Omega's plan now. Blacklist, they're in control. They can just flush out these bushes, make sure Omega's plan doesn't happen, and... Is there a limit to what the Curly Nightmare can do?
I think there's no limit, honestly. Again, they are the ones who ended the streak of Fnatic Onic. If you're going to recall that series, go to game to watch it. That was the most intense one because it took Omega 3 base defenses without inhibitor turrets, and they were able to pull it off. So this looks like Omega still can produce a comeback up against Blacklist. They still have 2 inhibitor turrets. The presence of Andoryu with the Ling, they're able to create split pushes and eventually force a reaction from Blacklist for this Lord fight.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading the map right, it might be another Lord-centric fight. It's going to be very similar to the initiation of that last one that Blacklist won later on in a delayed fashion. But here, this time, Omega might be banking on that outside trajectory. They might try to win from the outside. Because if you lean hard in the Blacklist lineup, that's a losing fight. Yeah, they just have too much heals, too much Purify.
Too much of everything is actually good this time for Blacklist. So Omega, if they can manage to find the pickoff, especially for Andoryu, or a proper setup for Chaknu with the Way of the Dragon, the problem is Oheb and Perkz has their Purify.
They're weaving in and out of the Lord pit. Lord shuffle in full commencement. Lord now to a third of its health. Chaknu, a lot of damage. Here comes the Lord.
Okay, they're going all in once again, popping Chaknu's immortality, plus the Holy Baptism will get to. Chaknu used to force the flicker just to escape. Here comes Tempest of Blade, counterattack coming in from Omega, and finally they get Oheb down! But the sustain from Blacklist is there. Lord JM will fall down as well. Hachi picks up a kill onto Big J, and Chaknu will go down, and now they're targeting Andoryu. He does have immortality, so they can go all in. It gets up. Again, the stun coming in from Perkz, and Haji will bring the Curly Nightmare down.
And it's Ukir and another tank left, while Blacklist still have a lot left in the tank as 3 members are on the map. Haji pushing Ukir out of his sights, brings him back in, playing with his food.
Oh, Ukir though, moments away. And Perkz, I have to commend Perkz, 2 consecutive, make it 3. Holy Baptism, game-changing plays to bring Blacklist back on the lead.
Ryota looking for the grab, full stacks on Perkz, but he knows that that's a losing bout. And Smart Omega respawns just in time. But I don't think they have enough time. 18.5 minutes in, Ingan. 3,000 gold up Blacklist International. Yes, they lost Oheb in the exchange, but the fact that they split up and then reconvened for the Ube just changes the dynamics of the fight. If Omega figured out the first layer, how to break that, apparently there's more.
There's more. Again, they're proving me wrong. I just said, what happens if Oheb gets caught? Where's the damage going to come from? Apparently they have more in store for their team.
Oh, this is difficult.
Wow.
Omega has less than ideal wave clear. It's so hard. Now they're going to crack into the face once more.
They don't even have to wait for the Lord Crimson Beacon coming in from Haji as they try to work on Chaknu here. He's going to fall down. No immortalities. First man down is Chaknu. Real world manipulation coming in from Ukir though. Ryota goes in, but is it going to be enough though to defend the Lord? Even the Lord is still half HP, and they're going to go in, forcing out a lot of ultimates as Joe will fall down. It's just Ukir and Andoryu left. Blacklist has a huge advantage. They will go up